Hello everyone. Imagine what it would be like if you met a funny yet forgetful man. Sometimes it can be nice, but not if it impacts you. I have met a man like that. He is called Mr. Twiddle. I am going to tell you one story about him. Mistress Twiddle called out to Mr. Twiddle. Twiddle, my brother Albert is leaving town. Go bring his cow. We can have some milk. Mr. Twiddle grumbled. It was a rather nice time to read his newspaper as it was hot and sunny. But he had to go anyway. But then Mistress Twiddle reminded him, don't forget to wear your cap. At this, Mr. Twiddle said, I don't want to wear my cap. Mistress Twiddle said, you must wear your cap. It's so hot outside. So Mr. Twiddle did wear it and went. He took the cow who knew him very well and went off for home. But his shoelace came undone. He decided to hold his hat in his hand and walk because he didn't want to wear it. So he would have to keep the hat somewhere. He kept it on top of the cow's horns that looked pretty much like the pegs he had on his stand in the room, and he did his shoelace with one hand. But once he came up, he couldn't remember where he left his hat. He began to hunt over. He met Mr. Gabbles, who kept laughing until tears rolled down his cheeks and said, I know where it is, and ran away, still chuckling to himself. Mr. Twiddle didn't know what this was because he hadn't even bothered to glance back and see that the cow looked outrageous with a hat on its horns. Next, he met Dame Shoe and said, Good day, Dame Shoe. I wonder what has happened to you, she said and ran away laughing too. Silly woman, she thought. And then he met Mr. Wonks, and Mr. Wonks grinned and said, I can see you don't want the cow to get a headache or sunstroke by the seeing. Mr. Twiddle just ignored him. Perhaps the heat had made everyone a bit crazy. He began to hunt and hunt and hunt, but never did he find the hat, for it was nicely perched up on the cow's horns. He went home muttering to himself. Then he said to Mistress Twiddle, Dear, I've lost my hat. And how cross Mistress Twiddle was. Oh, if I were you, I would look back and think shamefully that the cow has more sense than you do. It brought it home on her horns. At the moment, everything recollected to Mr. Twiddle, and he turned back only to see the obnoxious sight of a cow standing with a hat perched upon its horns. He just kept staring there, but then grabbed his hat and rushed off to tell everybody he had found it. Now, that's quite of a mully thing to do, isn't it? Now that he has finally found out that it's on the cow, and that's why everyone was laughing. Why, he's just a story. You'll never be able to tell him. See you soon with another book. Thank you.